Okay, so the old model GDT226SSL1SS. I went to the Sears official site and down to these schematics, and no, I don't need you. So we want to do discussion and door. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so if that door seal is leaking, you've got a seal in the tub, but then you've got a door seal that is right here at the bottom of this inner door. We'll go to that next. If the bottom of that inner door, that seal is not replaceable. All right, so just hold on. All right, this is the number for this inner door assembly. And the seal that you're after is right down here. There it is. This is not replaceable. And you're going to spend a little bit of money getting that. Now, there are some cheaper ones out there. Look around. Found one for $167 we were able to do. But this is how you're getting that door seal. All right, so I started making this video backwards after I was almost had the new door on. I'm like going, you know what? Somebody's going to really want to see this from the beginning. So I'm kind of going backwards. I apologize for that, but there's nothing else out there anyway. So what I'm doing is the best for now. So just bear with me. So this is where that door seal goes, right in here, right in this trough. And it's not replaceable. You can see that the way that they fasten it is they press these dimples into it. So they punch those dimples on there. So the tub seal that that this goes onto is replaceable. You can find that all over the place. It's like $14 on Amazon, but it's this one down here that you got to buy this whole assembly to get it replaced. So I guess something else, a bit of warning before you get too far into it. Make sure that the spray arms aren't blocked or clogged up with debris or something like that, and just spraying at the door. And make sure that that door seal isn't the tub seal that goes here in the door isn't damaged in some way or got some food particles in it that it is keeping that door from sealing. Now mine was leaking at the bottom on both corners, so it was leaking here and over here at the corners, and I don't know, I replaced this whole inner door and it fixed it. But I wanted to show you a few things about this, just so that you have an idea. So don't take out those two screws, no need to. This is the hinge. It comes just like it is, it's already attached. But this here is where the spring connects, and this down here is where that is the hinge point right here. Now that was bent in on this door. It was bent in quite a ways, and I had to use a screwdriver and get in there and pry that open to get it off that hinge point, that pivot point, because when it's closed, it clamps around that hinge point to keep it from sliding off. So that was something I discovered. I had to bend that out quite a ways. Of course, I was replacing the door, so it didn't matter if it came off or not. I mean, you can bend that thing way out there, but it does make it a whole lot easier getting the door off of the hinge pins and everything like that. So the screws around the outside. Again, when I took this off, I propped something on the backside underneath so that panel could rest on that, because this inner door stays on the dishwasher, but that outer panel is going to fall off, and it's got your controls on it, your electronics and everything like that. And again, I was glad that when I put that back together, I put that latch, put that switch back on there before I put that panel on. So again, I did take the old blocks off, the old foam blocks off. The reason why they're on there is in case somebody puts a knee on this outer panel, that it doesn't dent The outer panel on mine was stainless, you know, that doesn't dent. That's what it's there. It's just a filler is what it is, filler blocks. And again, I did take those two spacer blocks over here off of this. It doesn't, you know, I didn't get any instructions when I got the door. It's like, here's the door, all yours. So I did do that, and it did take, did have to tape those on there to keep them on there because they wanted to fall off all the time after I just popped them off with that screwdriver. But they just didn't want to stay on the new door anymore, so I did run that little bit of tape on there. You will see that. So just a few things I wanted to tell you that I learned about this. And now you'll see the rest of it, when I was putting it back together, how it goes back together. But just kind of giving you a little in-depth before that. Now, sometimes they say that if there's a gap here, that water can get down in there and run out the bottom of the door. You know, I was talking about that arm, that lower arm, or even the upper arm, I guess. You know, if it's stuck and if it's spraying water at the door, you know, there's a good chance that it's just forcing water out of it. But that was something else too, was that, you know, this area up here, if that's bowed, if that's gotten a lot of heat and it's bowed, which I don't think you see it right away, but I imagine you would over the years, but I don't know. I mean, I don't see any water down here, any water marks or anything like that. So I got to think that it was the corners. It was the seal at the corners. And just looking at the backside, seeing, I haven't looked at this yet to see if there's anything that really stands out that it could have been. Again, I put that new inner panel in, and it seems to be working. Okay, so I've got the pulley mechanism back on there. You just want to put it on the hinge pin back here first, and then loop the cable around the pulley down there. That seemed to be the easiest way to do that. Also notice the gap here on that new door, the new door hinge where it went onto the old pivot point. Notice how large that opening is. On the old one, I had to expand it with the screwdriver and eventually a needle nose. I did have to reuse the foam blocks here. I've got the door panel here. I'm getting ready to put it back on. Something I noticed though is up here, this the latch sensor is pretty much free floating. I think that's something that I may go ahead and try to attach to the door up here, because I don't know. I'm just thinking that that's going to be a pain, you know, and like I said, it's free floating. So we'll see. I'll hold that up there. I'll hold this panel up there and try to get it connected. But what I've got to do now is just get it snapped around there. I did have to reuse the old spacer blocks here. They just pop off easy enough. There is a notch there, goes in that little fingers there. That was the easy part. So that panel, it's just got to get around that. It does look like there's this is bent up here, and I'm thinking it hooks on the bottom maybe. I don't know. I think it hooks on down here maybe somewhere. I didn't have any screws down here like they show. I didn't have any screws down here for this hole, so I mean, it must be for another model or something like that. So, and then this last plug here goes up in here. So I don't know. Good fun. And remember that wiring harness, it went up under that clip, under this clip, and then it went into that plug there. Okay, these things, spacers, tape on there. Door switch. Go ahead and screw on there. Okay, on the door here, that the part of the door, this ear has got to go between the hinge and the frame. Okay, so like I said, this is going to go between the frame and the hinge here. It didn't work so good, so I tried to put a little bit of a bend on it here, a little bit of a flare to try to get it into that spot easier.